Hello everybody, it's Stefan Joubert here from the Stefan Joubert Guitar Academy, and in today's video I'm going to be speaking to you about playing through the blues. The blues is one of the styles that I would recommend most guitarists study in depth, especially if you want to get into playing rock, jazz, blues guitar and any contemporary style of guitar playing. Blues is an essential style for you to get to know, and understanding the 12-bar blues is a very, very important part of playing the guitar or playing electric guitar. And what we're going to take a look at today together is going to be specifically going from the fourth chord, the fourth bar of the blues to the fifth bar of the blues. And we'll take a look at it in the key of A. So we'll do a 12-bar blues in the key of A, specifically looking at the fourth bar, which is an A dominant seventh, that will then move to a D7 in the fifth bar. So let us look together now. So what we have is an A7, and this is specifically in bar 4, that then moves to a D7 in bar 5. We're not going to look at the chordal side that much. We're going to take a look more at the melodic side. Of course, you could play your standard pentatonic licks throughout the 12-bar blues, but what we're going to take a look at here is how to improvise and manipulate the sounds and actually take advantage of something called the half-step resolution. So the half-step resolution is basically where we move from one note of the A7 into another note of the D7, and that's going to be at the end of that bar. So on the fourth bar, you'll have 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a. That which is the and of 4, is where we want to hit the exact note that's going to be the bridge moving into the D7. So let us take a look at some elements of the half-step resolution from A7 to D7. So first of all, I'm going to play a tritone. Tritone would be the flattened seventh as well as the third. That's the flat 7 of A and the third of A. In that case, we have a G and we have a C sharp. And if I put the A in there, you can hear the dominant 7th sound there. Now, what's very interesting is that flat 7 and that third, if I just move that down a half a step, and this is the crux of the matter, that would then transform into a third and a flat 7 of the D. So let us just look at that one more time. And you can see on your screen as well right now, you can see these notes. You've got the flat 7 that goes to the third, or the flat 7 and the third of A. And the flat 7 of A, the G becomes an F sharp, which is the third of D. The C sharp becomes a C, which is the flat 7 of D. So we're going to use that tritonic device in our improvisations to make the bridge between the A7 and the D7 on the and of 4 of the fourth bar. Now you may sit there and think, Stefan, this is a lot to think about when playing the blues. Can't I just play like a lick? And the answer is yes, you could just play a lick. But you do also want to know how to manipulate tones to sometimes take advantage of melodic lines. That's how a jazz player or a composer would think. And if you want to make great rock and roll solos, great blues solos, you need to think in the same way. So let us take a look now at doing this. I'm going to play an A dominant 7th arpeggio, and then I'm going to resolve that. So it's going to be 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a. So I did 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a, resolving to 1, which is what I did there. I went from the third to the flat 7th. Now what's important here is I'm specifically going to bar 4. If you don't know what the bars are, bar 1 is A7, we'll keep it to a simple blues. Bar 1 is A7, bar 2 is A7, bar 3 is A7, and bar 4 is A7. That's the last road that you're on before you cross to the D7 road. So on that last bar, we're going to go 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1. And by the way, if you look in the description below, I've got the tablature with the music with these lines, so you can just download that and then go and try it yourself. So it's like 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1. So let us analyze what we're doing there. It's flat 7th, root, 3rd, 5th, 3rd, 5th, root, major 3rd being our crossing point, which is the and of 4, and 1 into the flattened 7th of the D7 chord. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a. And of course that you can then mix up with your licks. So that was one example. There we went from a 3rd to a flat 7th. Let us go now from a flat 7th to a 3rd. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1. So I did 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1. And by the way, these lines can be improvised. It takes a bit of time to kind of find your way back from the flattened 7th into the 3rd. It takes a bit of experience, but you can improvise them. In the beginning, memorize a few of them, and later just try to improvise them. So what we have here is a 3rd on A7, a root on A7, a flat 7 on A7, a 5th on A7th, a 3rd on A7th, a 5th on A7th, a 3rd on A7th, going to the flattened 7 of A7, which is the bridge into the 3rd of D. I'll play that again. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, giving us that half-step resolution that we're after. We can also start lower. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1. We can go in different directions. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1. We can go 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, 1. We can go 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1. We can go 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1. So any direction virtually, we can take any path. We can also go in triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Semiquavers. 1, 2, 3, 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a. So the point of what I'm trying to show you here is the importance of a half-step resolution, the importance of hitting what we would call a guide tone into another guide tone. So one bridge into another bridge. Because the moment you go 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, for the listener, it will sound to them like, wow, this guy knows exactly what he's doing. He's going from the A7 into that D7, and he's crossing over at exactly the right point. So let's quickly recap on what we talked about here today. So what you want to do is you want to target the 7th, or the flattened 7th of A, which is a G. So you've got a G there or a G there, string 2 and string 4. And you want to take that flat 7 and resolve it a half step down to the 3rd of D. Likewise, you want to take the 3rd, which is a C sharp, and you want to flatten that down, could be that one as well, to the C. So the C sharp in A is a 3rd, the C in D is a flat 7th. So you would have 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1. So that's basically what we're looking at here today, using the half-step resolutions. So what I'd like you to do for your practice or to try things out is just to play your standard blues, maybe over a backing track, and we might start with like a sort of a pentatonic line. But then on that 4th bar, try to add that 3rd going into the flat 7th. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for listening. Try out these half-step resolutions on the blues. Look in the description below. There is the tablature for some of these lines that I've played. And you can also see in the tablature the tritones moving down. So then you can try it yourself. I would recommend using an app called iReal Pro, putting the 12-bar blues on that, and then just play with that and try to experiment using the half-step resolution going down. Remember, even when you play the rhythm part, if you do a 1, so you can go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, bar 3, 2, 3, 4, bar 4, 2, 3, 4, 1. You can even use it in your rhythm playing by just playing the tritones. Just comping the tritones by themselves actually produce all the sounds you need for a blues, like. you get that half-step resolution in the harmony as well as the melody. So thank you for listening. Have a great day, evening, wherever you are in the world, and we'll speak together in the next video. As always, it's a pleasure speaking to you. Look in the description below. You can download the things. Hop onto my website as well, sjguitaracademy.com. I'm always available for lessons. You can study with me on a weekly basis. You can also just book a sort of technique lesson with me, or a lesson on a certain subject as well. You can always get in touch and we can just do 1 or 2 lessons here and there if you want to just fine-tune some areas of your technique as well. Well, thank you so much and have a great day, great evening, great morning, wherever you are in the world, and I'll speak to you again. Bye-bye.